Hey guys, Sarah from Sweet Scents from the Dollhouse. If you're new to our channel, welcome, welcome. I just realized you can see my sleeping fan in the back. Yes, I'm one of those annoying people that has to have background noise at all times. That's an ugly little thingy there. Sorry, I'm in bed, ready to get my snuggle on. I think I have finally finished filming those bajillion hauls that I picked up last Friday from the States. After I watched the playback on that later, I was like, okay, if people don't know me or haven't been tuned into my channel for a while, that could have seemed like an odd flex. But for those of you guys who are new, I'm Canadian, so we don't get, well, we can with select vendors get American vendor wax up here, but then we'd have to pay international shipping, which is crazy. On top of, you take kind of like a 50-50 gamble when you make purchases across the border, whether or not Canadian customs and duty is going to nail you on taxes as well. So we already pay 35% more because our dollar is worth less. And then, you know, I come back into my province and need to pay them 13% for what? I left the country and went shopping. Why do I need to come back and pay you 13%? Or why, if I've ordered something from a different country and paid them 35% more, do I need to pay my government on top of it? Like, I'm all about shopping locally, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with supporting our neighbors either. I watched this poor woman on IG. She's one of like the local IG celebrity moms. Do you know what I mean? Sweet woman, married to an amazing man. He's a teacher at one of the London public schools. My kids never went to it, but he's like, the two of them have a stellar reputation in the South End of London for just being active members of their community. Her Facebook page and her IG page are huge. And I watched her be attacked, and I mean attacked, by vicious fucking internet trolls for crossing the border to shop for milk. We pay $6 for the same amount of milk that we can get in Michigan for 98 cents. She's the mom with 2 babies under 2 and pregnant again. Like, some people, I am all about supporting your country, 110%, but pretty please don't act like this beautiful, amazing, kind spirit has, you know, ripped out someone's testicles because she went across the border and bought dairy where it's fracking affordable. Do you know what I mean? Anyhow, rant over. I just think, oh man, if they bust her balls over $6 worth of milk, could you imagine what they'd say about how much money I spend on wax? Also, being that my life has been so preoccupied lately, you'll see when those hauls start coming up. I know you guys have seen Wolf Wicks already, but there's more coming up, and like some of them were sitting at my receiving service since December 29th. So it wasn't like I spent all this mad money and went down and picked up 17 boxes of wax. My wax has been waiting for me for 6 months. So if you're big into wax too, you've probably received at least 17 packages in the last 6 months. It wasn't that I was trying to be like all braggy, look at how much I bought. It's because my bad, my life is just organized chaos at the best of times. I apologize that this little intro is taking so long. However, I have filmed all of those hauls. So I think the only time that I'm going to have a chance to chit-chat or do like a little update is probably on Thursdays for the next little while, because I have content for weeks, which I'm super excited about. It's kind of like having money in the bank. If you're a YouTube creator, except for thanks to the YouTube algorithm, little channels like me don't get paid anymore. So I'd say it's kind of like getting your homework done like 40 days before it's due, which is awesome. That means I've got lots of interesting and different content, right? New to me vendors, which might be some of your favorites, which is also cool, or they might be vendors that you haven't tried yet and will be interested in checking out. What else? So June 5th, I am doing another YouTube Live. So I did one about a week or so, 2 weeks now maybe. And for some reason, I thought that when I scheduled a video, it would send a notification. Perhaps that's another thing that's changed in the YouTube algorithm, that you have to have a certain number of subscribers. Like, I can't do comment updates for the channel until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So perhaps you guys won't get notified if I'm doing any scheduled or premiered events on the channel until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I scheduled it. I thought YouTube would notify my subscribers, but no. Several of you guys did happen to be online, but there were several other people who were like, hey, had I known this was going on, I totally would have came or showed up or been here online at the time, right? So I just thought I'd announce that in this video that I'm going to do a YouTube Live June 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Comment down below if there's any Q&As that you want me to cover, any themes you guys want to talk about. The few people that we did chit-chat with on my first Facebook Live, since I got normal people internet, we had a great time. We had, I don't know, we kind of talked about everything. Can't even remember. Yeah. So maybe it doesn't have to have a theme night. Maybe we could just get online and shoot the shit. That would be fun. But yes, the Name the Kitten contest, June 5th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will announce the winner, or rather Ella Bean will. Maybe not, because hopefully she'll be in bed by then so I can hang out with you guys uninterrupted, because that's a rarity. And what else? I'm excited to bring you guys Throwback Thursday again. It feels like it has been forever. But after I did that Scentsy collection video part 1, where I kind of went through all of those bars to see which ones I had covered, see which ones I needed, you know, to make sure I kept out of the selection so we didn't go over doubles, I was like, holy shit, man, I've done 39 Throwback Thursdays. That means 39 weeks of covering retired Scentsy bars. I've also done, I think around the same amount, 40 of the scent scores. That was a bit confusing because I was doing them during current catalogs. So you might now go to my playlist and watch scent scores and think, what the hell is she talking about? This isn't in the current catalog, but you'd have to go back to the dates to see. They are outdated. So some of the scents that you will see on scent scores are now retired, but who knows? Maybe they might come back. My girl, my subscriber first name, has asked me to cover Carrot Cake from Scentsy. And my internet searches didn't really help me very much. The only thing that I could find, like, I don't know, maybe I just was searching wrong, was that Scentsy brought Carrot Cake back out, or it was the winner of a 2016 Bring Back My Bar. But I'm like, thanks, Google. Clearly knew it came back then. I was looking for the original release date. If there are any Ride or Die Scentsy fans who happen to remember when this came out, I would love for you guys to comment down below. I like to know the history of like when the scents were released. Kind of a nerd like that because I follow scent trends and perfumes seasonally. So I'm guessing if this followed like any particular Scentsy trend, I'm gonna guess Carrot Cake was one of their originals. If you remember, flashback to when Scentsy first came out, they were doing things like cherry pie, which is like Orville's favorite dessert. Very American, one scent, single scent, very much marketed to like the old colonial candle era Do you guys know what I'm saying? Welcome home, obviously. When isn't a cinnamon clove homey scent a classic? If I was to guess, I would guess that carrot cake probably came out in the first 18 months to 24 months that Scentsy was around. But again, that's just my guess. The scent notes say irresistibly sweet, nutty, warm, and spicy, just like carrot cake. I've had this in my collection for a while, and I know one of my favorite YouTubers always says, don't judge wax until you warm it, because to be honest, this smell, I don't know what it smelled like in the bar on cold, but even once I broke this open, just even breaking your wax in half sometimes and smelling in the middle makes all the difference. Because this kind of just smelled like a dry, bready note to me on cold. Probably why it's been sitting in my Throwback Thursday bin for 2 years. And anytime that I go to pick the 3 selections for Throwback Thursday, carrot cake would be on the top, and I'd be like, piling more wax on top of it. Let's go and melt something else or give them a selection of something else. I think I may have offered this as a selection once or twice just to get it the hell over with. And when First Name picked it last week, I was like, oh, damn. And I have to say, as always, it never fails. Anything that I'm like, ew, gross, I won't like that. It ends up maybe not necessarily being my favorite, but this really wasn't something to snub my nose up against. I have 2 carrot cake scents now, coincidentally. I don't know what ever tempted me to order carrot cake from the Bathing Garden. Again, nothing against this indie vendor, but if I had a bar of Scentsy's carrot cake sitting around that I was avoiding, what in Sam's hell made me think I needed this one? So with Scentsy's scent notes, it says irresistibly sweet, nutty, warm, and spicy, just like carrot cake. And this one just says carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. I get that same dry, bready note in this one. However, this one has a sweet hint and creamy. Whereas this one is just... yeah. Even without the cream cheese frosting, ooh, that reminds me. Okay, so I'd say this smells more authentic, like potentially real carrot cake. Whereas Bathing Gardens, it just kind of smells nondescript. Doesn't smell bad whatsoever, but it just kind of has this nondescript bready note plus cream cheese frosting fragrance oil. I am currently warming this one now, but I have 2 cubes of carrot cake going as well. I would have to say, hands down, if this was like a mini wax wars, carrot cake from Scentsy would win unequivocally, just based on the fact that I can actually smell carrot cake when I warm this. Yeah, this is good. I can't believe I snoozed on this for so long. I would absolutely order this if Scentsy brought it back. Also, for some reason, I thought, carrot cake reminds me of bunnies, so this must be an Easter scent. Sarah's artist, quirky OCD weird brain sometimes gets the best of me. This is definitely more of a fall bakery scent than a spring Easter bunny scent. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I don't get spicy either. What do they mean by spicy in bakery? Do they mean cinnamon clove? Because usually I don't find bakery spices spicy. I don't know. I think that maybe, again, that might be just my brain playing tricks on me. But if I see the word spicy in a fragrance oil blend, I'm like, ooh, nah. I think I need to retrain my thought that spicy could mean cinnamon, sugar, and clove, just as well as it could mean paprika and pepper. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely warm, gourmand, authentic. I loved this. Probably wouldn't melt this in large quantities or need to even haul it in large quantities. I would be happy with 2 or 3 bars of this in the fall as a bakery-based blending scent. And what I mean by that is right now I am loving my Accord warmer. I did 2 cubes for Throwback Thursday in a 600 square foot room. And I put one in a 25-watt bulb warmer and the other one in just one little dish of my Accord warmer. That was all I had melting in the room. I left, went out to the kitchen, came back, and I was like, I don't smell a dang thing. Both cubes were fully melted by the half-hour mark. Fine, whatever. I have no idea why, but I just couldn't pick up the scent. This is a 2016 bar, so it should throw no problem. Came home 8 hours later, walked into my room and went, what is that? I don't know if you're scatterbrain waxy like me, where sometimes you could just leave, like put wax in a warmer, leave, come back 20 minutes and forget what it is that is in the warmer, but I totally have that brain. So 8 hours later, I was lost. Looked at those 2 warmers on polar opposite sides of the room and I'm like, oh yeah, Throwback Thursday. That's what Scentsy's carrot cake smells like? That is awesome. So I think using this as a bakery blending scent, I would pick up like Rose Girl's mini melters in cream cheese frosting. Whoo! That would be deadly, and make this Bathing Gardens blend using this authentic carrot cake with, you can mix this with crumb top, toffee butter crunch, pumpkin caramel swirl would be amazing with this. Any apple scent, apple s'mores, whoo, that would be deadly. I can think of so many different Scentsy concoctions you could make with carrot cake just as a base blending scent. Love, love, love this. And a little odd that the fragrance oil hadn't dispersed in the first half an hour of having 2 separate warmers, polar opposite ends of the room, and 2 different kinds of warmers. One was a light bulb warmer, one was a hot plate warmer. So really, I've come to realize after 2 years of doing this that there's really no method to the madness, because even if you have your own proprietary blend, like Scentsy says, we are food grade paraffin. The second somebody puts food attached to it, they think, well, if it's safe to eat, it should be safe for me to inhale. Do you know what I mean? It's just, regardless of what your base proprietary blend is made out of, every single individual fragrance oil is different. So I really think it's just either hit or miss. You have to figure out what works in your space. So yeah, it was very bizarre for there to be hardly no scent release in the first half an hour, but to come home 8 hours later and this throwing like a rich gourmand bakery blow my socks off. I was like, mouth-watering good. What the hell is that? Totally forgot. Sure enough, it's Scentsy's carrot cake. So, thank you, First Name, for encouraging me to melt this. This 2 cubes, 2 separate warmers, lasted a total of 14 and a half hours. And at its peak, I would give it an 8 out of 10. And then it slowly dwithered off in like the last 2 hours to the point where I could barely smell it unless I was standing uber close. So, no point. Tonight, I can tell you, might sound like a super odd mix for May, but I have 2 carrot cake cubes warming in my Accord warmer with 1 cube of Scentsy's kettle corn, which just smells like pure butter to me. And then I have Super Tarts The Great Pumpkin, which is frosted pumpkin donuts, pecan bars, and raw sugar crystals melting into vendor wax warmers. Oh, sorry, and I forgot 1 Bathing Garden carrot cake cube melting in a tea light warmer. Let me tell you, my bedroom smells amazing. I really need to learn not to melt bakery scents at night because it gives me the munchies whether I've had edibles or not. Right now, no edibles, and I still could eat the asshole out of a horse. Yeah, I need to stick to lavender peppermint at bedtime because I'm going to be snacking like crazy tonight thanks to this blend. So that's it. Remember, comment down below if you have any theme ideas or suggestions Q&A for, I don't even know what the 5th of June is, but we're doing it. The 5th of June, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, the first person to comment down below gets to pick the 41st Throwback Thursday, I guess you could say. The scent choices are between lemon coconut chiffon, which I really want to get my melt on now before it gets too hot in the dollhouse. Because I hauled this last year, like, what was it, June or July? I think it was July. And that dollhouse was so hot because it didn't have air conditioning that I hardly got any performance out of this at all. Man, does that smell delicious. And now is the perfect melting temperature before it gets too sweaty, nasty, gross. I have Flirtatious, which was recently sent to me in a random act of kindness from my girl, Cindy. This is so pretty. This reminds me of something. Flirtatious is a perfume dupe. I bloody know it. Comment down below because I'm stumped. I know this scent. And I'd never smelt it from Scentsy before Cindy sent me this bar. And I, hauled, I guess it's not a haul. I opened Cindy's package just a couple weeks ago. So it's new to me, Scentsy scent, but I know this. And you know when something is so familiar, you're like, what the heck? It seems like it's on the tip of my tongue. Or nose, rather. It smells so familiar. If you know what Flirtatious is a dupe of, comment down below. That's the second selection. Or another bar that I've been sitting on for a long while and eager to melt is Ivy and Water Lily. This one's so pretty. It's a sweaty disaster mess. But it's a light floral and green and clean at the same time. It's very different. I can't remember anything else that Scentsy's done that's similar or reminiscent to this even, so I think it'd be a good bar for spring leading into summer. So those are the scent selections for next week. Flirtatious, Lemon Coconut Chiffon, and Ivy and Water Lily. Kicking off the end of spring and into summer with Throwback Thursday, returning to the dollhouse. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in my next video.